Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just What I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we finished off the quests in the Sea of Clouds, and we started with a couple of them, a couple of side quests over here in Azizla. And today we are most likely going to finish the remaining quests in here, since they, as far as I'm aware, aren't really that involved. You know, which makes sense, all things considered, since this place is abandoned. And me helping them doesn't really fix their problems. Blip blip. Transmission received from Composite Lifeform Research Facility. Blah. Congratulations, you have been selected to assist in a research experiment. Sensors indicate escape by subject in test chamber 167B. Accelerated Chimera breeding program. Subjects present an extreme risk to the surrounding environment. Recommend immediate termination of associated Allagan chimeras. Time to go and kill some monsters. Hello, friend. I'm going to do this, and then I will hit this guy with my improved ninjutsu. There we go. Can I, like, get through here? Nah, that's not... that's not an easier way to get there. Blip blip, extermination of chimeras confirmed. Thank you for your service to the Allagan research program. Your satisfactory performance has been noted. Please be assured that while all composite lifeform attempts to date have invariably been psychologically unstable, and the research program will not waver in its pursuit to the noble goal of the... Okay. Atmospheric impurities at critical levels. Atmospheric corpse flower spore levels currently at 1,312% of maximum safe limit and rising. Immediate destruction of corpse flowers is highly recommended to ensure citizen safety. Hello, welcome to the Etherochemical Research Facility Employee Hunting Program, sponsored by the Etherochemical Research Facility Employee Benefits Department. Stay fit and healthy by participating in our daily hunting contest. Today's objective is 4 Empuses. Work as fast as you can to try and beat the current record of data not found. Ready? Go. Beep. No, it's corpse flowers. There we go. And then these things. I hate these things. Atmospheric corpse flower spore levels currently at 1,311% of maximum safety limit and falling. Increased corpse flower population determined to be a result of atmospheric growth stimulation catalyst being unintentionally released by the Ecological Synthesis Research Facility. Transmitting report to research facility. Blip blip. Transmission complete. But would like to remind all participants that laboratory assistants and laboratory property do not constitute valid targets for the purposes of remember to come back to next week's target and 3 are up to... Beep beep, intruder alert, beep beep, intruder alert, detecting multiple hostile entities, judging by their weapons, equipment, information, there's an 85.4% likelihood they will launch an attack on the console. With our current military force, each Allagan soldier must defeat at least 7.999 intruders to ensure victory. In the face of overwhelming, our beloved Allagan Empire, Galleons. Sorry, the Garloons. No. May as well get my freaking slight haste buff. Right button. Blip blip, intruders' forces confirmed as terminated. The Allagan Empire thanks its brave soldiers for their noble sacrifice. This is the first recorded insurrection attempt in over 5,000 years. Please wait while a report is compiled for presentation to the Council, recommending a comprehensive review of our security measures. Alright, please help. The freight handling subsystem never received a deactivation command and has been running for 5,012 years, 8 months and 2 days. Unfortunately, I do not have direct control over that subsystem and cannot issue an override command to deactivate it. Due to the severity of the situation, I am authorizing you to deactivate the affected units. At least 4 adamantite claws must be deactivated. I like how I immediately get my own Magitech claw. My Magitech Death Claw. Alright. Beep beep, freight handling units confirmed destroyed. Ara, you were authorized to deactivate these units. You were not authorized to destroy them. Your authorization has been revoked and your crimes have been registered within the Central Justice Authority. Okay. Okay. Beep beep, insufficient materials to continue manufacturing. Please provide additional materials. Beep beep, insufficient materials to continue manufacturing. Please provide additional materials. If raw materials are not available, they can be reclaimed from unneeded equipment. Please destroy 3 steel giants to allow reclamation of their constituent parts. Constituent parts. Okay, that's all the way up there. I'll go down here first. Let me go and get these bits of the map. There we go. Now we've got the map filled in. Yes, yes. Unregistered goods detected. Beep. Items identified as Kermit containers of Guardian origin. Further investigation necessary. Please retrieve 5 containers for testing. Kermit, you frog here. The wind is out. The black wind howls. Please place unregistered goods in examination receptacle for testing. The use of Kermit and in its design makes this transportation crate resistant to heat and cold and will protect its contents from a drop of up to 1,000 joules, but not a joule more. Specimens received. Scanning. Beep beep. Scanning complete. Containers appear to contain replicas of Allagan technological artifacts. Replicas are of a significant inferior quality to minimum Allagan standards. Workmanship is an extremely poor level. Most unfortunate, we shall have to take measures to protect the reputation of Allagan innovation and artisanship. This node just freaking roasted the Guardian Empire. Good. Very good. Hello. Colossus boys. Confirming destruction of unneeded equipment. Beep, beep. Confirmed verifying integrity of salvageable material parts. Beep. Unable to confirm quality of materials. Unable to continue manufacturing. Receiving emergency requests for assistance from security division. Bzz. Catastrophic failure. Bzz. Dragon behavior control experiment. Multiple mer dragons escaped from isolation and bzz. Mandate immediate termination of all 3 subjects to avoid possible bzz. Dragon. Neutralization of subjects confirmed. The Allagan Empire thanks you for your contribution. Preliminary assessment indicates test subject escape was instigated by elevated aggression levels induced as part of testing protocol. A comprehensive review will be carried out to review a future occurrence to prevent a future occurrence from similar events and assist the testing and research facility in their unwavering efforts to build. Warning, warning. Sensors indicate a large number of unidentified dragons in the immediate vicinity. These creatures present a significant threat to the balance of the local environment. Creatures are designated as Mercidian Brobiniacs. All troops of the Allagan Empire eliminate this threat. Each soldier is to exterminate 4 Mercidian Brobiniacs. Brobiniacs. But warning, warning, several Dravanian test subjects have breached their restraints and now inhabit the immediate vicinity. These subjects are extremely dangerous and present a real threat to the safety of personnel and equipment. Loyal warriors of the Allagan Empire, please ensure the safety of all staff and citizens by neutralizing this threat. Each soldier is to eliminate 3 Mercidian phalanx and 3 Mercidian dragons. Alright, seems like we're in for a little bit of work. Just constantly swapping between these 2 areas. I love to see those direct crits on the freaking right hand. Good soup.
Blip blip, elimination of unregistered lifeforms confirmed. Verifying population of Bobiniacs. Blip blip, Bobiniac reproduction rate significantly higher than initially anticipated. Environmental imbalance unavoidable without complete annihilation of dragon population. Unregistered lifeforms are a direct violation of the Allagan Imperial Environmental Protect Act, the Pets and Domesticated Animals Preservation Statute, the Azatla Livestock Control Resolution, the Allagan Ecological Beautification Reform Treaty, the Verifying mission status. Blip blip. Kills confirmed. Blip blip. Mission complete. The vampire, thanks to you, soldier. Escape of Divanian subjects traced through structural failure of restraints. Tests indicate that restraints grew weakened after only 5,000 years of use. Now lodging reports suggesting research department use more durable equipment with longer operational lifespan. And that is it for the nodes. Or just the remnants of this Allagan shenanigans. Okay, my friends, I will be right back. Alright. Believe it or not, we are here again. Like I said, I was gonna do this stuff once I have the ability to solo all of the content that needs to be done for this hunk of a man. So, I will now go and basically prepare everything that I need and get everything. I'm not sure if I can get more than one of these quests. I don't know. I will definitely try. Anyway, I will now just go and record and cut out like everything that is like the end of the quest line, basically. Like I'm just gonna only show the end of this quest line, because then we get some little spicy dialogue about the weapons that we get and a little cutscene. So I will meet you guys here once I have prepared everything, which will take me definitely some time. Anyway, BRB. Alright, I am back after prepping basically everything. I would say it took maybe about like 20 minutes or something to get me through all of these steps. Alright. One of the most painful ones is definitely fighting Titan hard. Like if you're soloing it, it's a pain in the butt because he fucking puts you in a jail and you just have to wait. Oh yeah, that's right. Fucking... What's it on quenching oil? Let's go and... How many do I need of those? I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. May as well buy 9 of those immediately. Okay. Who sells this again? Special arms. Here it is. It's unique and untradeable, which means I can only carry one of those items. Wow, this game sucks. That is... This is so painful. So many ways. Well, at least, you know, I know this for the future that I shouldn't unpause my recording when, you know, this fucking shitty-ass quenching oil needs to be bought still. Man, that is such a dick move in so many ways. Oh well. One would think that I would be acutely aware of all of this shit, but I kind of blocked it out of my memory. Also, this has been a long time since I did this stuff. Yeah, it's here. Have your freaking oil. Alright. A relic reborn, wow! Look at him banging that random dirty ass piece of metal.
Scott skill works then again. A miracle feast rise on Cortana, just as it was in the days of yore. There's a site that move a entity, or you lucky bastard, you better bloody well take care of it. I thought there was a little bit of information about it. Still. No? Nope. Huh. He may have, like, said something, though, regarding it. We're going to check for a second. Let's see. Over here, to give you just a bit of young Tristan goes before the Sultan. He pledges him his sword, so the Sultan's sworn are formed. Tristan defeats an Amalja pugilist in a famous duel, then sets off on a quest to retrieve the sacred goblet. Things get a bit fanciful from then on, but cutting a long story short, Cortana does get a mention. Okay. So that was basically it. I think, in any case. Yeah. Well, at least we now have the Cortana and the Holy Shield, which are the Paladin, like Solstigil's weapons, basically, in A Realm Reborn. I do actually really like the Cortana, although I feel like for this character it's a little bit too big. But other than that, I have always enjoyed the Cortana's design, but we've already seen them before. Anyway, I will be back once I am, you know, at this freaking step in the warrior questline. Alright, here we are again. Give me the goods, and then I will read the tiny amount of lore that he tells. I think you get like more information when you get the Zodiac weapons. Right, so let's see. Gotta scroll up a little bit. Right. So, if I can find it, there it is. It follows the life of Iron Eater, the legendary sellsword, or maybe Cell Axe, who lived 5 centuries ago. The man was the ultimate warrior, if the accounts to be believed. With the amount of coin Iron Eater demanded for his service, they say you could hire a whole bleeding army. That or keep me in meat for a fortnight. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. Anyway, managed to find mention of bravura amongst all the Maymen and kill him. Like any warrior with assault, Iron Eater wielded bravura. But there was a talent difference. His axe head was forged to weigh double the usual. Not a weapon for the faint of heart, I tell you. Okay. Needless to say, the thing was a bugger to wield, but gods, if you had the brute strength to swing it, woohoo, you can make a proper mess of someone. And then he just tells me that I need to do something else, I guess. Right? Then he just tells you like which things to do, I think. Well, that's interesting. Huh. Anyway, sorry. I'm a little bit like, ugh. Whatever. I'm reliving some terrible memories. Anyway, I will be right back after I have prepared the next weapon. I'm back. Show me what you got. I mean, I know what it is, but whatever. Anyway, say hello to the Cyrus. Cyrus, Cyrus? I have no idea how to actually pronounce it. I'm just gonna call Cyrus then. Alright, where's the freaking lore? Give me a hot minute. Let's see. So, it contains the writing of a thaumaturge of Arzeneth Ossuary. The bloke wrote of his meeting with our Pajal friend, Atoakant. No, it was a paying visit to Wilda at the time. Can't blame the man for wanting to have some bit of fun, eh? The conversation bored me to tears, but you'll be pleased to hear the name Cyrus did eventually appear. As you're no doubt aware, wood's the most common material used in the making of a conjurer's arm. But on seeing that Atoakant's staff was wrought of stone, our thaumaturge decided to inquire as to its making. Of course, being a Pajal, Atoa gave his answer in the form of a bloody riddle. But it'll spare you the headache and will give you the plain. Cyrus is made of petrified wood, and therein lies our problem. When I used ordinary stone to fill in the missing bits and and it obviously didn't do the trick. As you can see, I've done my research. You can just keep putting away the relic. Okay, and then he's just like, oh hey, then it's just the same dialogue as usual. Okay, BRB again. Alright, one more grind later. And we get the Omnilix. So, let's take a look at that lore, shall we? So, it contains accounts of the major clashes which took place during the War of the Magi. The entry on the Battle of the Gods grip jumped out to me. This was when the Nimians took the Amdapori host by surprise as it made its beach landing, taking the siege to the besiegers, as it were. As they are wont to do, the scholars played a key role in the victory, though that didn't interest me near as much as the passage which touched on the Omnilix. Turns out the pattern on the cover are meant to improve the flow of ether from the wielder's hands. And I thought them merely decorations. I learn someone every day now, eh? And that is it. Okay. Once again, I will be back once I've gotten the next weapon. I can't believe it's not another relic weapon. Anyway. There's a couple more to go. So get this Harai, or the Sphirai. Let us read up on them, shall we? If I can find it. Okay. It outlines Ivan Kurfist's martial philosophy as set down by the man's foremost disciple. According to the writer, the Sphirai ain't no ordinary weapon. Apparently they're tools for tapping amongst chakra, whatever the hell that is, throwing up on a floodgate or something. Bugger if I know how it works, but I do know the fist needs some crystal embedded in them. Huh? Chakra's the ether which courses through your body, you say? Huh. That explains the bloody crystals then. As you can see, I've done my research and then it continues going in the usual thing. Once again, my friends, I will be right back. Time to work on the ninja one. Alright, I'm back. It is also raining IRL now, so you may hear a noise in the background. Anyway, this was by far the worst one at this point. Thing is, fighting Titan unsynced, like I said earlier, is a pain in the butt because he imprisons you and gives you damage down. And I was not fast enough with my ninja, which, you know, brought me in this fucking never-ending cycle of being imprisoned, having damage down, basically doing no fucking damage. And yeah, it was hell. Oh well. We got the fucking weapon. Let us listen. Sure, yeah. Let us read what lore the game has for me. Jesus, that's a lot. It contains an account of how a far eastern ninja named Sasuke brought ninjutsu to Doma. Since ninjutsu was invented in a land far to the east of Althar's shores, same isle where Sasuke grew up. The bloke was the best ninja about, so he gets secret orders or something to cross the sea and makes his way to Doma. Life for the Doman common folk was shite back then, what with the starving and the poverty. And the worst though was the bleeding tyrant that would rule the place. Well, being the charitable sort, what's Sasuke to do but teach the small folk ninjutsu so they can win back their freedom. So, your man trained some ninjas and together they boot the ruler's royal arse off the throne and put the dagger in his back for good measure. Well, with the dynasty dead, your ninjas go looking for the spoils of victory, and what should they find in the palace vaults? Aye, a pair of Yoshimitsu. After that, a lot of them headed back to the outlands of Doma to build a hidden village, so as to live as ninjas away from prying eyes. 'Tis there they wrote a bit in the Yoshimitsu. Enough that I know now what's wrong. It seems the rhyme about the smithy ain't about his members' thickness. The daggers themselves are too damned slim. See, the vampire's knives make a good host, and what you got now will slip twixt a man's ribs just fine, but Yoshimitsu were made of folded steel, which could pierce armor without shattering nor crumpling. A thick blade, aye. That's what your weapons are wanting for. And there we go. Alright, time for Bard, BRB. Believe it or not, we are back. Alright, give me this freaking Artemis bow. Also, if you can hear like anything in the background, but that is working on something, so that may be audible. Didn't really think about that properly. Anyway, lore, please. Hand it over. That lore you have. Okay. Let's see, it contains the complete works of Gilbert the Godsbow, the great archer bard. Poring over the tome, I couldn't help but wince at the man's prudish bloody rhymes. There weren't a bawdy ballad among them, but personal preferences aside, I was able to track down the information we're after. The final pages contain what appears to be the Godsbow commentary regarding the finer points of performance. The man wrote that the weather, heat, humidity, and what have you greatly affects an instrument's timbre, and the same is true for bows. They're more or less flexible. See, which can be the difference between an arrow and your enemy's eye, and one stuck in the ground half a yard in front of him. For this reason, Gilbert had tune and pins installed on his weapon instrument. Why come? This much was written in the text. Truth be told, I thought the bloody thing were just elaborate rigging for the strings. Would have thought you could learn something useful from a book of verse, eh? And there we go. Okay, time for Black Mage. BRB. Okay. So, this was absolutely horrible. Couldn't even beat Titan on my own, I had to call somebody else in because I couldn't beat him as Black Mage. Didn't do enough damage to be able to kill the heart before it. Well, before Titan cast his stupid "let me go and imprison you" spell, giving me the fucking damage down, and well, everything went to shit from there. There we go. We have the freaking Stardust Rod. Okay. Just gonna scroll up even higher because I fought Titan like fucking 3 times. Okay. It contains endless anecdotes of Shitoto's spine-chilling endeavors. As you likely know, the woman was unsurpassed in her gift for destructive magics. What you might not know is that she was also prone to fits of boredom, a fine recipe for mayhem. During one of her many bouts of ennui, that's a word, Shitoto thought it'd be a jolly jape to cast Meteor, the ancient spell used to bring down a star. And cast it she did. When even that didn't cure her bloody boredom, she decided to forge a rod using fragments of the fallen star, which is how the Stardust Rod came to be born. If we're to do a proper job of restoring the rod, we're gonna need a fragment of a star, but even assuming we could bring one down, I ain't sure we should. Like as not, the bloody thing would fall on our heads. But don't despair, because the text go on to reveal even more. It says that the star what fell shattered into a million pieces, each of which merged with whatever touched. You guessed it, dark matter. Of course, I used plain old metal to patch the rod up, which is clearly where I went wrong. Right, and now time for the final one, the summoner one. I'll be right back again. I can barely believe it myself, but it is done, my friends. It is done. So get the Veil of Wii U. The Veil of Wii U? What? And that finishes all of that stuff, where we get our final achievement of this, and also another achievement from this, which is Armed to the Teeth. This is the only expansion that does this, by the way. And it's only for the relic weapons and not for the Zodiac weapons. Okay, let's see. It contains the many trials and tribulations of our green-eyed heroine. As you might expect, the tome tells you a fuller story than you'd get from your grandmama. Thankfully, one of the chapters happens to describe reused Grimoire in detail. I thought that the studs what adorn it were only good for holding the bloody thing together, but it turns out they're meant to channel the wielder's ether as well. You learn something new every day, eh? Anyway, it should be easy enough to replace the studs with something more suitable for the job. That was actually very... that was disappointing. Anyway, we now have all of the relic weapons. By the way, with these weapons, you cannot store them in a... You cannot store them in an armoire or in your glamour chest. You can only put them in your retainers or in your chocobo saddlebag or any other inventory, really. So, yeah. Another thing, let me go, where am I gonna go? I guess I'll go to Gridana. I'm gonna go and throw these in my retainer. So, another thing that we unlocked with this, which is also an exception to A Realm Reborn only, or to the relic weapons of A Realm Reborn, not even the Zodiac weapons, is that you get an individual achievement for each and every one of these that you clear. I'm gonna put these weapons away for a moment, and then we can check out all of the titles that are associated with these jobs. So with all of my other artifact stuff. There we go, and never to be seen again, probably. Right. So, the things you get with this, depending on which weapon you get. So, if you get the Paladin weapon, you get the True as a title. Get the Monk weapon, you get a Curl Fist. You get the Warrior weapon, and you get the Iron Eater title. Get the Gaybolk, and you get Of the Vengeful Lance. You get the Artemis bow, and you get the God's bow. Get the Yoshimitsu, and you get the Shadow. Get the Cyrus, and you get the White. Get the Stardust Rod, and you get Starcaller. The Veil of Wii U, you get Green Eyes. And the Omnilex gives you the Strategist. Getting all of them, it gives you the Insatiable. And then when it comes to like Zodiac stuff, you only have to get one, really obtain a Zodiac weapon, Zeta, and then just get Z. So, or Z, Z, whatever. Anyway, with that, my friends, I'm gonna end off over here. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Just How I Was playing Final Fantasy XIV. The next episode, we're gonna go and continue with even more, I think, either blue side quests or any other, like, offshoot side quest that I can find, that I may have missed at some point or whatever, or may have unlocked after doing Heavensward. Stuff like that. Anyway, goodbye.